Alright, this is Elliot Phillips from CTS Block 6 going over Divas and Misencordia, which is mainly the whole topic is about God's mercy and love, how it affects us, how we need it, how just all the good stuff about it. And I'm going to go into how God's mercy affects a relationship, how every relationship needs God's mercy to survive. And that's pretty much the big thing, is that it brings together and it helps keep the relationship together, helps makes it last, just strengthens it. It's good because like when a relationship's coming apart, or in a normal human being during his time of need or something, when he's reached a bottom point or such as that, most people turn to God, where they'll go and pray and stuff and ask for God's help and forgiveness. And we see that it goes into where back in with the Israelites, how after Moses led them out from Egypt, and they were, because for God's sake, and they were with him, they were doing the bad stuff with like the golden calf and stuff. And in their bad time, downfall of need, they turned to Christ, in which Christ, or God, manifested his mercy and stuff through Jesus. But I'll get to that later. But God doesn't, well, he's angry, but he still accepts them back, and we see that he shows his mercy, that even though they've created a grave sin and all this, he still accepts them back. Another example that the topic of our paper goes over is that it talks about the prodigal son is another example, and how that even though the son is mankind and stuff, and the father is like Jesus or God, and man turns away from God, saying we don't need God, God's no help to us, we can do this on our own. And then we go off, and then we find out after on our own that we really need God. God is a big part of what we are and what we need as an essential to life and to survive. And even though we go back to God, even expecting just for help in anything, he accepts us. No matter what, he's going to love us and accept us back, and all he wants is for us to make the best of ourselves and be able to love him, and he loves us. And he doesn't, like in the story, he doesn't come for us he's not upset about the material issues. Like the father, he doesn't care about the money that the kid took, or his earnings or whatever. He doesn't care about that. What he was afraid of is the dignity of the person. God, it's like God is more about our soul, kind of focused on our soul, is what I'm saying out of this. Where he's just happy to bring us back, no matter the material or stuff like that, but just to make sure like our soul is intact. Kind of like with a relationship, he's more focused that it's like, how do I say that? Like the relationship's focus is love and main thing, and he hates to see like the divorce and all this stuff. And he wants to see the relationship strengthen together and come back together, and for them to love each other. I mean, why would you have a relationship without love? And as a final thing, you need love to survive. And they showed this in Jesus, is that we need Jesus to survive. And Jesus is God's love, especially on the cross, alright? Through those last few days of Jesus' life before he died on the crucifix, we show how the people just disrespected him, treated him bad and everything. And Jesus didn't do nothing wrong, and he was truly deserving of their mercy, and the people were not. Yet he still dies for them, and because out of love and mercy, he still dies for the people, which is the greatest act of love. And I think I'm going to end it there. Alright.